Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. H.E. Gator.
I don't think you got it, son. 59's Mike. 59's Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's get this ball
Now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Jones has it. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Alpha. 44. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Yep. Watch the twist. 44 is the Mike.
2nd and 3.
Get the right.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Wahoo!
Mike's 59. I got you.
Get it.
Back to throw here. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
I got you. 44 is the Mike.
Hey, Echo.
You go night.
Let go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
59, Mike. Check, 59.
Hey, Sam off. Check 49.
They're going to look to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
36.
First and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On the return, here's Agnew. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Topper!
Begin.
Go! Get it!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 30. 10 for touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Get it. 18 Gator. Trickstone, travel.
Set the tone, defense.
Let's go.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Aaron Lynch just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. You're not ready.
Bravo.
Mike spoke.
Look. Squeeze.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Ready. 15, Lonnie. 15 line. Hey. High 7.
You think you're going to get there? 44. Mike, 44. Here we go.
Shift. Watch the shift. 5.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, Haywood.
Defense, let's go.
Recon. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Fournette on the counter. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Check 13. Check 13. At the Lions' 24-yard line.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll go down at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Double dog, that's the way.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They'll set up to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Lions. 45 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Lambeau will put this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This is taken at his 4. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Fournette, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 4. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
59.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
61, Max White. Hey, Delta.
Lucky. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You better be afraid of me.
Go on.
Afraid of me.
Right on.
He'll drop to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That's good for 28 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Break.
Watch the run.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike's 59. Watch the run.
Hit it.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught by Brown. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike, check. 59. Know your job.
Here's a second and 7. And finding the tight end Hooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Set, ready. 60 out low. Focus, defense, focus.
On third down, Swift, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check. Deuce. Check 43. Check.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Check 50. Hey, switch gears.
22-jet bomber.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Back now at Ford Field. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check. Crunch.
Yep.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Check 59. Mike.
Go.
59.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
53, 53. Let's go, D.
Let's go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the draw, this is Fournette. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Protein spells.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
6-6, pull it high.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to DJ Chark.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 25-yard line.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, exit.
Check, check, 59.
Forget it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he floats one there, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Back to throw here. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
10 logo. Hey, I 7.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 25, check 25.
Looking to throw. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On the ready.
44 to Mike.
Hey, Hayward.
44, Mike, 44. I'm coming.
Five.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Here we go. Mike, check.
Hey, Foxtrot. Ready?
They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Ready up. Alpha.
Mike's 59.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now. Shoot.
He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Come on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Rip right. Mike, check.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, here I come.
2nd and 10. Fighting to stay upright. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of